the dictatorship and unfreedom and all this oppressive mechanism, they recreating itself from the very deeps of the culture. So that's why we decided to create a Looo.ch as a weapon against the conservative mind, and we use information as the weapon. Today, in the today world, we understand that the text actually and the verbal communication is not working anymore, because the language itself already has this conservative ideologies installed deep inside the words and definitions. So we try to develop the visual language, and the visuals you see behind us, it's the visuals we gather all over the internet through our visual streams, and they are dedicated to develop kind of, from one side, it's to develop sensuality, intellectual sensuality to the visual language, and from another point to show the complexity of the reality. That's why we decided to create the Looo.ch as this media that can be like some kind of international hub for these anti-conservative ideas. We believe that we need to redefine the definition, the very definition of public space, because the main public space we understand for now is the internet. So we want to use internet as the main street today. We believe that this the conservative consciousness, it actually created to unite people in the one collective, anti-personal collective, to actually be a tool of the oppressive governments. Today, we all interacting in these social networks, and all our information and our communications belong to these companies. This is picture that were banned on Facebook. They said this picture violates the community standards. We consider this picture as a beautiful portrait of the ocean. Because I mean, the sailor vomiting, the whale jumping, I mean, it's an intense and romantic moment. Obviously, people having fun. I mean, it's funny. I mean, it's happened. Maybe it's some backyard party. This happened. Somebody saw it. Oh, that's so funny. Took a picture. Now it's a big thing because it's a band. But that's happened. I mean, it's an intense image.
And we hunt for them.
We should be deal with any part of the reality. That's very important to look at everything, like, because to develop the rational answers to this. And as we think, the culture is a very important laboratory for humans, because it's our laboratory to experiment with different ideas, deal with different kinds of images, and if we're starting to say that some information should be considered as bad and needs to be banned, then what's the difference? It's done, no matter what ideology we stand for, it was still creating this oppressive mechanism. And I think that the first step of the emancipation and first step for the liberating the world is that we need to emancipate the communicational channels. We need to have possibility to talk with each other through the open channels without any control from the third parties. We don't need any organization or institution that will forbid us to know something. I think that all information, any kind of information, are important, because it's a part of, it's essential for understanding the reality. It's essential for building a relationship with the world. And it's always a question, who will define what information should be banned and shouldn't? We need to start to understand our culture as something oppressive, and use this culture as an interface to reprogram it and to create some kind of new culture that can unfold the new world where person will be allowed. And when I say person, I mean the person in a variety of forms and variety of ideologies. Medieval ages are ongoing. Like, we still live in medieval ages, and the only things that change is a design. Hell is global. It's like nowhere to run. There is no place when the freedom is actually already achieved. Everything conservative is against the personal. So everything that's against the personal, we can consider it as a threat to us. That's why we need to rape culture. We need to rape this conservative culture that defines human minds. Art can be a really powerful political weapon, and art can be something that can cause the revolutions. Art can be something that can cause very controversial but important feelings. And I believe that this critical potential of art, this teeth of art, and it's something that we need to reinvent again and become a global uprising cultural resistance.